Let's dive deeper. There was a successful merchant who was also a great Sufi saint. Many of those who came to him became teachers in far-flung places. He was called Baba Musa. And one day, a man from a far distant land learned of Baba Musa and dressed himself as a dervish, a seeker after truth, and made the long and arduous journey to find Baba Musa. When he came into Baba Musa's presence and asked to be taught the mysteries, Baba Musa gave him the job of digging out the trenches between the garden beds of the property. After 3 years, this man asked his companion, who was called Hamid, "Hamid, you too are undertaking menial tasks. Tell me, how do we become worthy of receiving the teachings, the mysteries from Baba Musa?" And Hamid said, "Baba Musa has given us the task to learn service, introduced us to the phase of khidmat. It is our duty to fulfill that task until it is done. But if we abort this before we've arrived at understanding, then that means we are not ready for understanding." The man stayed for another year, but after that time he took his leave of Baba Musa to pursue other endeavors. But some decades later, the man found himself in a place where Hamid, who was now a great murshid, a great teacher, was lecturing. And after Hamid had given his lecture and asked for questions, the man stood up and said, "I am the companion who shared that time with you with Baba Musa. Tell me, how did you arrive at this place?" And Hamid responded, "I continued the task of service until I learned that service was not menial work, that service was not a means to an end, that service was not service to Baba Musa, nor was it service to God. It was only then that service became service." And the man asked, "Well, was it then that Baba Musa started to teach you the mysteries?" And Hamid said, "The teachings, the mysteries, the understanding are implicit in service. Baba Musa merely introduced us to the phase of khidmat, wherein there is the possibility of experiencing this. What is service for you now? What is the meaning of service when we no longer serve anything or anyone? What is it that you've discovered that's implicit in where you are when service to something or someone is done?
What comes to my mind is that whatever you do with the joy.
Exactly. And in it, where is the need for understanding? Recognizing the meaning of the word understanding.
It's to put yourself in the shoes of other people.
Means an absence of separation, doesn't it?
I think that it's possible that we're always actually serving ourselves when we're serving others or doing other things. Which again, that means to me like we're all joined in one. It's easy to say that you're serving when you're actually doing something, but when you're not, or you don't feel you are, it has to be serving self.
Okay. That brings us down to a recognition of what self is, when all of self, that's a personality or an identity, have been effaced, isn't it? And isn't that knowing who we are and what we do?
We are all one.
Okay.
Hard to imagine that when you're scrubbing the mould off
Exactly.
the walls. Nevertheless, keep smiling.
I think when you're in service to someone or something, you feel like it.
You're a slave.
You're a slave,
Yes. So what is this service? It has implicit in it the mysteries, the teachings, the understanding.